Hey guys, welcome back to RRH. If any of you are new here, what we do is we showcase local business owners, up-and-coming artists, people who are pursuing a career, people who are in their profession. We reach out to our friends and family and friends of friends who may know someone who has a compelling story, and we share their story on our channel. So today we're actually gonna see one of Erica's friends, or an acquaintance of Erica's.
Yeah, so how Donna mentioned, we reach out to people, and that's been our goal or our vision since we started this, is just kind of getting them to refer us to someone we can build a local community. He actually came referred, so we don't personally know him. A friend of mine who knows another friend, I reached out about the channel and she referred, and it's her boyfriend.
Yeah, and from what we know or what we've heard, he's a published author, and I think he's also a sponsored skater and a music artist.
We'll see you guys when we get there.
Hey guys, welcome to RRH.
Raw Reality of a Hustler.
I'm Donna.
And I'm Erica.
And this is DJ.
I guess I'm the guest for the day.
Yeah, you're the guest for the day. So DJ, tell us a little bit about yourself and the many things that you do.
I would consider myself just an overall creative being. I wouldn't categorize myself into one niche, but as I've explained to you guys before, I write books. I published 6 books. Music. I make music. I have music on every streaming platform. In the past, I've had clothing brands. I'm a sponsored skateboarder. I do some stunt double stuff and shows and stuff.
You say stunt?
Yeah, stunt though. That's what I was like, wait, what?
Yeah. I have a buddy named Liddell. He's like really big into the film industry. He does a lot of stunt stuff. So when they need another skateboarder to double a actor or something, they'll call me, and I'm just on the job. I don't know what I'm doing. They're like, "This guy's gonna knock you out. You're gonna jump off this." I'm like, "Sure." So
Can you touch a little bit about, I guess, where you come from?
yeah.
Where
Your
you're
background.
from?
How old are you?
Yeah. So I'm 24 years old. I was born in Northridge, and this is my first time saying on camera, but you ladies know that I'm moving to Bali, Indonesia,
Yeah.
next month.
So let's focus, I guess, on your writing.
Mm-hmm.
So what made you get into writing, and when did that start?
Yeah. Okay. So about, what was it? I would say 2 years ago, I went to Palm Springs for about 6 months. And my grandmother had given me this book called Instructions for a New Life by Marcus Rothkranz. And before that, the only book I had ever read was Green Eggs and Ham. I promise you. I did not.
That's cool.
Huh?
Green Eggs and Ham.
Probably when I was younger, I just used to like that book. I remember like the orange cover and like he's like holding like a little baby. Yeah, my mom used to like read that book to me when I was really little. But after that, I would go to regular school and they would do like the timed reading test. But I was always reading something that I didn't like. So I felt belittled because like I don't think like this. I can't rush. I can't rush. I just thought I'm always reading something I don't like. I don't like reading. I associated reading with this stuff I don't like.
Yeah.
So when I was there, it was like completely suddenly I was feeling like healthier, and like just the way they did things was so different. I was like, okay, sure, I'll read this book. We were talking about spiritual growth and development. And that book really like helped me a lot. It talks about like decluttering things in your life, making room for new, building relationships, your mind, what you give your attention to, forming and shaping the world around you. And I was just, this is everything I already subconsciously knew, but I just never was clear-minded enough to like, yeah. And the book was simple, super simple. So literally right after I read that book, I was just like, what?
It's like a light bulb, right?
Yeah, and I was just like, all the things I've experienced and learned and, mindset that I've developed, I could probably offer that to someone else. Mm-hmm. And I've never experienced something so easy and simple. I couldn't stop reading it. So I was like, I'm gonna write my own. So I literally go inside and I ask my grandma, I'm like, can I write a book? She's like, all right, cool, yeah, write it. So I don't know how to write a book, but I know if I start, like, as I go, the way will be shown to you. Just like you guys doing these interviews, I'm sure as you go, you learn each interview is a little different. Mm-hmm. Yeah, or any situation in your life, relationships, people, as you learn, bad ones, good ones, you just you'll get better, you know?
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm just gonna start and just see where I end up. I'm sure publishing, all that stuff will figure itself out. So I had written my first book, which was this one here. It's called Wake Up, You're a God, written by me. Talks about your mental, physical, and spiritual well-being. And it's so weird holding this because this was just scribbles on paper. And so I wrote out the chapters, what I want to talk about. I think I wrote about 19. And I was just like, every day I'm going to write 3. I finished it in like 2 weeks, like I wrote it. And then after that, I was like, okay, I know I can't spell. So like, I need someone to edit this. And like, so I was trying to find editors, and some people weren't doing a good job. And you guys just met my girlfriend now. She was like, hey, I edit my dad's work papers all the time. So this is like the book manifesting in my mind. Oh, cool. So I'm an editor, my friend. So she started editing them for me. And then we looked into it. I was like, how can I publish? And then I don't know who told me. They were like, dude, KDP, Kindle Direct Publishing. It's Amazon's publishing company. KDP, Kindle Direct Publishing. Like, you know, the Kindle. And it was Amazon's way you publish, and they'll split percentage, and they'll do all the work. So say when people purchase this book, Amazon takes their percentage, and it will be dropped into the account that goes into my situation.
So did you just, all you had to do was send them your edited final work?
Yeah, literally, it's almost people, just how, like you guys said, you guys are doing this show to just show people how reachable things are.
Yeah.
If you literally go on Kindle Direct Publishing or like KDP, it's almost like setting up an Instagram account or something. Like you'll literally, you know, give them your book cover, or you can make one right there. I had an artist from Fiverr do mine. Fiverr is a freelancing website. You can find artists, whatever. And you can literally upload your manuscript. They'll work out percentages and everything. You'll like pretty much just click like done, whatever. And then within the next 24, 48 hours, I think they say, they'll say if it's like, you know,
because they have to
accept
approve,
it. They have to approve and
right?
accept it.
Okay.
And then from there, like once it is, you'll see like your book, when you type up Amazon, your book. I wrote 4, and I just took this one, which is all 4 books in one.
Oh,
I just made like,
I see the codes.
right.
Makes sense.
So all 4 of these books are in this book here.
I did want to ask, are you able to tell us how much Amazon takes from your book sales?
Yeah, it depends on the book. Like, I think I make this one, they may charge me more per wholesale price because this one has like color. Like each of the pages have like color. So everyone's book is going to be different. They might try to take like 30% on average, if I remember correctly.
How much does it cost?
2.
Or if I go on Amazon right now, how much do they cost? The books.
Oh, she wants to know the price of your book.
Oh, okay. So, sorry.
This is what she said.
I was like, how much does Amazon cost? I'm like, I called Jeff Bezos. I don't know what's going on. Each of my books are $24.99, which is why we made like the special edition with all the books in them, because we were like, we'll just make this one $49 instead of you paying $100 for all 4. Just $49, and it's like a package of all 4 books in one.
So, did you market these to get sales, or did you just like, let me put them out there and see what happens?
I let it go organically. You guys will be technically my first press run on like books. Exactly.
Okay.
We're gonna focus on this interview, books and music. But I kind of let these more so go organically.
Yeah.
Just word to mouth, their friends posting them with followings, and a lot of my network. A lot of my friends all do something in their niche, and they'll all talk about it. So some months I may just be looking at, you got X, Y, and Z coming in your account from these books sold. I'm like, I sold these that month, and some months it might be like, fine, okay.
I know that you touched on the way you published your book, which is probably the easiest way, is going through Amazon, Kindle, digital. Do you know anything about publishing in a traditional way?
I don't. I like I used to really want, I still do want my books published by Hay House Publishing, Louise Hay House. But whatever I want to know, if I don't know, I just get next to someone who does know, or I just ask. be direct and ask. So I went to Barnes and Noble one time and I asked them, I said, okay, how can I get my books in here? And then she was just like,
that's so
yeah,
cool that you just, you don't ask, you won't know.
Yeah, and I had actually,
straight to the point.
this lady at Barnes and Noble, she was so nice to me all the time. So I asked her, I'm like, how can I get my books in here? And then she just told me that she was just like, she gave me the card to the buyer or whoever that they're buying or something like that. And I don't know, I just never got around to it yet. But eventually, like,
Could be a thing.
I was just like, how do I publish it legitly and get them in stores around the world?
I'm
And
assuming that you need
so
a publisher.
yeah, she told me to go through a certain publisher and then their buyer buys from this certain publishing. So I was like, okay. So, but other than that, I have not been through the process myself of like large scale publishing.
I mean, the way you're doing it just sounds so streamlined and so easy that anybody can do it.
Easy.
So
Yeah.
why not do it that way?
Why not?
So a lot of this, it's like you said, personal development, your books. And I honestly thought when I had this question in mind about what do you attribute your mindset to, I thought you were going to tell me a list of books that you had read prior.
Mm-hmm.
But I was shocked to know that you had picked up your first book, then you started writing.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you think you attribute your mindset to, and like having this attitude and then...
A lot. I feel like everything. I feel like the more you go through, good and bad, I feel like people are scared to like start things and try things because they don't want to fail. But the more you go through things and learn, they're all like contributing to your own growth. Everything. And I would just say life scenarios. And I also do come from a family that we're very big on work for yourself. Own your own, build your own. Or if I liked something as a kid, it was always, you like that, make your own. So I was telling Kathy the other night, I have a story of my grandfather. He, in preschool, my first day of preschool, or my first week, somewhere along there, it was Father's Day, right? And like this first day of preschool. And I remember all the kids, they were like, oh, draw a picture for your dad, or whatever. So they were all drawing, the boys were drawing cars and stuff for their dad, little just kid drawings. And then when my grandfather picked me up, he was like, hey, ask one of those kids if you can take their picture. Like, take their little paper picture home. I was like, okay, sure. And so we went home, and he had, like, printing machines in his garage, like, for t-shirts and stuff. So he took that piece of art that little kid did, and he put it on a t-shirt. And then he packaged it up and wrapped it up really nice. And he was always like, does it look mall? Like, does it look like the same quality as the mall? Like, I'm like, yeah, it does. All right, cool. So yeah, he took me back to school. And then he was like, it's going to be Father's Day. He was like, so when their parents pick him up, you bring this out of your backpack and give it to his dad and see what he does for you. And I was just like, okay, like, all right. Like, I'm in preschool, so I'm like, whatever, you know? So I remember like their dad comes and he came to pick up the son. And I was like, oh, I gave it to the son to give to his dad. His dad was like, oh my God, this is the best Father's Day gift ever. He was just like, why? He looked at me, he was like, he made this for you. And I'm like a preschooler, so you can imagine. He's like, how much is it? So just like, back then my Dragon Ball Z toys that I wanted from the store were $3. So I was just like, $3? And my grandpa was like, no, you're worth more than that. And I was just like, huh? He was like, 20. You want to say something bigger? I was like, 20. I thought to me, as a preschooler, $20
that's a
is,
lot. Yeah.
I am rich right now. Like, what? Like, $20? I feel like lessons like that, I know for sure I'm going to instill that in my kids, but they put something in your subconscious mind and your own belief system, which is why most people aren't successful. They just perceive world as, this person's big, this person could do that, they're so far out or whatever, and I'm small. It puts in my mind, oh, I'm big and I can make things. So I would attribute my belief system and my mindset to just stuff like that, and just paying attention to life, like who succeeds, like what does he believe about himself, or what does she believe about herself, and who are the losers, and what do they think about themselves, and why are they always tearing others down, and then just kind of learn like that energy kind of like boomerangs, like so I want my energy to boomerang, spreading information, like having fun, like people feeling good around me, like learning, and then I'm gonna law of attraction attract friends who are rich in spirit, mindset, beliefs too. So we're just gonna keep bouncing off each other. And Yeah.
That's how we got here.
Paying attention. Exactly. Seriously.
He's attracted to
They-
us.
yeah,
you know,
seriously.
I don't know how. I didn't know him a week ago. But
Exactly.
we're here.
Let's transition into your music. I know that we want to kind of touch on that as well. You look excited. So talk to us a little bit about your music. How long ago did you start this, and what kind of music do you put out there?
Yeah. When I was like really little, also my grandfather would take me to the studio and have me make songs. Little like song he does with like every kid in the family. He's like, "You're the best artist in the world. You're the biggest artist ever." But I didn't like making music back then. I was like, okay, like whatever. So as I grew up and I got into other stuff, skateboarding, whatever. Just over time, it just came back. I have an uncle. His name is Trayvon. Trayvon Hill. He does sound audio engineering for J. Cole and other big artists and stuff like that. So he's the guy who, at their live concerts, they're singing or rapping, performing. He's making sure all the levels and everything's correct. He also produces beats. Really dope, really talented. And he would always be like, "Oh, come to the studio," or So just as I grew back up, I was like, I want to make music. I want to express myself in this way too. You know, I like, the more I evolve and realize like everything is kind of like energy and emotion. And I'm like, well, I could create the emotion in the room through music. That's cool. I just been making music for, I would say, seriously like a few years now, and I'm building my catalog. So if you go on like Apple Music, Spotify, Tidal, over 150 streaming platforms. So you type in "Make DJ Famous" or "Dewan Walker," you'll see my catalog. Like it's getting pretty long. It's getting pretty long. Yeah.
What kind of music are they?
I make R&B. I make rap. I make pop. I feel like I really like to make any song. Like any song, kind of music make you cry, make you laugh, make you feel sexy. Like any song, I make them all. So it's hard for me to niche myself in one genre.
Yeah.
Like I make so many different type of music.
Yeah. So what goes behind the scenes? I know that your grandfather would take you to the studio, but do you have anybody else? Do you have an engineer, or do you have anybody kind of editing the music? I don't really know the terms, the lingo of music. So is it just you, or do you have a whole team helping you out?
I write all my lyrics. I don't produce. I'm not really the techie type person in any sense of the way. So I'll find other producers that make like dope beats, whether it just be online, and then I'll like contact them through email, be like, "Yo, send me some of these," or "I like this. How much is the exclusive?" Which the exclusive means like purchasing the beat full out, like I own it.
Like you copyright.
Oh, like nobody else can use it.
Like but I own it. So if a movie wants to use it, anything, it's not like I like this DJ song. It's and I want to use it. I'm like, oh, let me call my label and the person who wrote it, and you guys pay for studio time, and here's all my money and everything I did. So I write all my own music. I buy exclusives or split with my boy Chanel or my uncle, or they all send me beats and we'll just like split 50% owner of
Does that cost a lot?
Beats? It depends. If the
Beat is fine.
it depends. Yeah, it really depends on that producer how he feels about his stuff. You might be like,
I guess what's like the range?
Yeah.
I mean, I have no
I say decent. I've seen a lot of it's like open market on the internet. Everyone has like a BeatStar page or something. I would say open range is like for an exclusive. You can exclusively buy them. You can lease them. Believe it or not, like I would say like 500 to 1,000 for like exclusive rights. People lease for like 150. That means like you can use it, make profit off it for a certain amount of time. That one sounds more tricky to me, so I don't really do that one. But or if that producer is like, yo, like, no, I want like 10,000 for it. That's how he feels. That's his value. That's what he marked his thing. And he's like, it depends on their conditioning too. Like if he's like, I produce for big artists and stuff like that, so his value goes up to him. He's like, you gotta pay me. It could be 50,000. It could be,
Did you market your music as well, or is it something that you're letting kind of be organic as well?
Yeah, I'm letting it go organic as well. I have like a few songs that when I was just doing it on the smaller scale of like SoundCloud and stuff, I had like a song that went viral, and I was thinking like, oh, should I just run ads or market it? I didn't know how to. I kind of heard about that, so I tried it with this one song 1 a.m. on Facebook, and then that went viral over there. So then in my head, I was just thinking, I'm using other beats. This is just on SoundCloud. I don't own any of these. So how can I? So in my head, I was like, okay, I need to find like an engineer to make my music sound more professional and like whatever. And I need to have like beats and get the contracts and stuff in place. And I want to build my own musical catalog. So then that way, when one thing blows up, I don't know. I don't care what it's for. It could be a book blows up, and I'm on interviews talking about music, or so all my things will blow up, skate videos, everything. But I can get more passive income from things I love to do. So I started like structuring it that way. I was like, wait, so here we are, technically doing like a press run for it. If who knows, just go viral or something like that, and then I'll be in Bali somewhere, probably recording music, shooting more videos, and then just run ads and all my stuff, my books, my music, anything I do. So we're in that process.
It's getting there.
Yeah.
So I can kind of hear from everything that you're saying what motivates you, but I guess just touch on exactly what and maybe who motivates you to keep going and do everything that you're doing today.
I think everyone has like some type of person that sparked an idea, and then like some type of, whether it's a celebrity you admire, whether it's a family friend, anything, or someone you see doing good or look good, like I'm gonna look and feel that good, something that's, and early on mine was Michael Jackson. I loved Michael Jackson when I was little. That inspired like my dancing, like when I learned how to sing, like just express myself, I think like deep, like inside, like I know who I am. That's like the basis of it. Like I know, so I know that I'm like created by this infinite intelligence. In my head, we're all living in like old ideas. Like I'm looking in at what you thought of putting on before you came here. This is a manifestation of your thoughts. Or Steve Jobs, and then with that Apple, this is old thoughts that have come to pass. So I think all the time, like, what am I doing with my thoughts? Because I know they're going to come to pass. If I'm sitting here thinking, life sucks and I hate everybody, like, no one's going to be around me, my life's going to turn to crap. And like, so I'm always thinking, what am I doing with my thoughts and my time, my emotions, and what am I putting it toward? And every time I accomplish something new, I learn, oh, this is possible. Or I meet someone that like you guys, I'm like, how do you set up an interview show? Oh, this is possible. Through one of my successes. So it just it's like success attracts more and you realize what you can do. And then, that's why I'm literally moving out the country, because I'm like, I want to see how far my mind can stretch. And it just doesn't stop, for me at least. So the basis of it is, I know we're here to create, like, have hands, have legs, to walk, to grab, to build things that look like so. Yeah.
It's just so crazy hearing you talk like this, because we're so into this stuff too, like personal development. We listen to a lot of podcasts and videos, but we've never really, had a sat down with anybody so close like this and just very personable and just chatting away and like talking about these things, you know what I mean? So to me, it's kind of surreal
to be
here.
And we're in California, so I know like, this is just in case, you never know, like this could be huge and someone from different countries see or something. But we're in California, so here it's not really promoted. Like our news doesn't really show like spirituality, inner growth. So when you go out in public, so everyone has like their own thinking. So it's hard to just be like what are you gonna tell somebody like, oh, how are you gonna do that? You're like, I don't know. The universe is gonna move it around and bring it to me. Like it just sounds. You just don't want to be so.
Different.
So it's like it almost like paints it to where it feels hard to really be your true authentic self. But the very few people who do, everyone's like, like wow, like they're. But it's just very challenging to like speak like that, But we all know it to some like deep level. Like we just started this. We're gonna do interviews. Like let's just go for it. And as you go, pieces come. And you guys think that you guys are helping other people, but really, like, life is about to bring this back full circle and help you guys learn so much about yourself and, like, this is, like stuff you guys can tell your daughters when you're older. So, yeah. And so, like, really, you guys are giving a blessing, you guys are receiving it. So the universal law is there. So it's just a matter of, am I going to pretend like I don't really live this? Am I going to live it or am I not? Am I going to, like, suppress it? Because once you become aware, it's like, am I just going to suppress it and just hang around my friends who, You know, or my old friends who stay in the box, I don't want to like break out of that,
Mm-hmm.
or am I gonna like live it? So when you come across a person that's living it, or like, you know, it's pretty cool. Yeah.
So we've been focusing on the music and the writing, but I do want to give you a chance to, I mean, you're multifaceted, you said it, you're a creative, you're a creator, to talk about just a little bit about all the other things you have going on currently, or that you have done in the past.
Yeah, I can't even. Skateboarder? I skateboard. Yeah, that's a big one. I did that for a lot of years of my life.
How did you get recognized to be sponsored? Like people just saw you at the skate park?
No, when I was younger, I actually moved to this city, and I was like one of the only like black kids in my community. After a while, we go to the skate park, and I met my friend Jerry. He's really good, and he already was sponsored by a lot of people. And my favorite skate shop was Val Surf, which is across the street. It's still my favorite skate shop till this day. And my dream, like back then, I was like, oh, I'm gonna be sponsored by Val Surf. That was like the biggest thing in the world to me. Like, wow, people get free skateboards. That means you're so cool, you know. And Jerry quit one of his sponsors that he didn't like them, or something happened, and I was like, don't worry, like, I'll film you every day and like, help you get on Val Surf. It's a better one. So I would do that, and then he was so good they sponsored him, but they told me like, no, like maybe when you're better or whatever. So I was like, oh, okay, like cool. And just over time, we just skate every day, and then the active skate shop was like, yo, we'll give you 30% off if you come ride for, at the time it was called Active Army. It was like their little sponsorship deal. And I was thinking like, okay, like my mom wanted to buy me clothes or shoes or full price. I was like, okay. And the very next day, Val Surf was like, you come here every day, dude. Like since you were little, like why are you over there? And I was just like, I don't know. They're like, just what, like come over here. And they like just cut this shirt off me. I had like a different shirt. They like broke my skateboard. That was the other one. They was like, no, you just get like, you come over here and get like a free board every month and like some shirts if you need it.
Let's wrap it up here. I guess tell us a little bit about the bigger picture. What do you see yourself doing in 3 to 5 years? What can we expect of DJ?
Okay, so I think that we're all co-creating a reality, our own realities. So I think that you guys had an idea we want to start a show, and you guys drew that magnetic force to someone who was a perfect fit for this scenario. I think we co-created that together. But this is you guys' reality, and I'm still creating mine. You know, we just crossed each other's journeys because there was a magnetic base that brings it there. And I think that there's a world inside all of us, and we're making it, whether you're aware of it or not. If you're aware of it, your life usually looks a lot better than if you're not aware of it. And so, yeah, I want to have books, music, going through movies, films. I want to see like every place in the world. I just want to experience different culture, different ways of eating, spirituality, spiritual beliefs from different people. I just want to be all I can be, you know, and just build a crazy world. I want to own a lot of things. I want to own apartment complexes, you know, be really wealthy to where I can make change while I'm here, you know, just use all the tools around me to add to other people and inspire them. So I just literally want to be whatever you call it, God, the universe, the source. I want to be a reflection of that. And I see it as like giving, abundant, creative. And yeah, moving forward, I just want to create more, get richer, wealthier, wiser, and share more.
I know you've given us so much knowledge already and advice, but just to wrap this up, do you have any, I guess, last advice for anybody out there watching this?
Your life is your movie to create. You can't jump inside nobody's body or mind to make them do what you want to do. So create your own life, your own movie, and believe in you, you know. That's it. It's really believe in you. I've got more stuff from just saying like, I think I deserve that, than knowing how to get it, just going toward it. Just believe in you. Everything will move out the way to bring you what you want. I can't explain it so well, but you'll experience it and ask for what you want.
All right. Well, thank you so much for doing this interview. We've learned so much. We've been so inspired. I know you're the one who's supposed to be inspiring our viewers, but we too are so inspired by this interview. So we just want to thank you for taking the time, allowing us into your home and sharing some of your knowledge with us.
You guys are dope. Thanks for inspiring me too. You got time.
No, this was great. It was a great vibe. I mean, but yeah, thank you so much, like you said, for your time. It's kind of crazy, but like you said, things just happen and we experienced it because we didn't know you a week ago, and now we're here learning so much from you. But yeah, thank you so much for your time. If you want us to link anything, everything will be down below. Any information he said or links to his books or his music, we'll link it all down below. And if you have any questions for us, of course, just reach out to us. But we'll see you guys in the next one.
Thanks for watching.
Take your idols off a pedestal and put yourself on it.